Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Khairani Asma from SIG AED. First of all, I will say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who gives us mercy and healthy. And secondly, salawat and salam we say to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam who guides us from the darkness into the lightness with reciting Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. And I also say thanks to Sir Nuar DMED as a lecture from data analysis and measurement. In this occasion, I want to explain about Inference Statistical. So, enjoy the video. The definition of inference statistical. Statistical inference is the process of analyzing the result and making conclusion from the data subject to random variation. It also called inferential statistic. Hypothesis testing and confidence interval are the application of the statistical inference. So, statistical inference is a method of making decision about the parameter of a population based on random sampling. It helps to assess the relationship between dependent and independent variables. The purpose of statistical inference to estimate the uncertainty or sample variation. It allows us to provide a probable range of values for the true values or something in the population. The components used for making statistical inference are number one, a sample size, second one is variability in the sample, and the last, size of the observed difference. Type of inference statistical. There are different type of statistical inference that are extensively used for making conclusion. They are number one sample hypothesis testing, second one is confidence interval, the next is Pearson correlation, then bivariate regressions, multivariate regression, and then sequence statistic and contingency table, and the last but not least ANOVA or t-test. Importance of statistical inference. Inferential statistics is important to examine the data properly. To make an accurate conclusion, proper data analysis is important to interpret the result. It is majorly used in the future prediction for various observations in different fields. It helps us to make inference about the data. The statistical inference has a wide range of application in different fields, such as business analysis, artificial intelligence, financial analysis, fraud detection, machine learning, share market, and pharmaceutical sector. Next, the procedure of inference statistical. The procedures involved in inferential statistics are number one, begin with a theory. Second one is create a result hypothesis. The third, operational the variable, and then recognize the population to which the study result should apply, and then formulate a null hypothesis for this population. Next, accumulate a sample from the population and continue the study. Last but not least, conduct statistical tests to see if the collected sample properties are adequately different from what would be expected under the null hypothesis to be able to reject the null hypothesis. Next, example of inferential statistical. You randomly select a sample of 11 grades in your state and collect the data on their CAT score and other characteristics. You can use inferential statistics to make estimate and test hypotheses about the whole population of 11 grades in the state based on your sample data. Sampling error in inferential statistics. Since the size of a sample is always smaller than the size of the population, some of population isn't captured by sample data. Is create sampling error, which is the difference between the true population values or collect parameters and the measure sample values or called statistic. Sampling error arises anytime you use a sample, even if your sample is random and unbiased, or in this reason, there is always some uncertainty in inferential statistics. However, using probability sampling method reduce this uncertainty. Statistical inference solution produce efficient use of statistical data relating to group of individuals or trial. It deals with all character, including the collection, investigation, and analysis of the data and organizing the collected data. By statistical inference solution, people can acquire knowledge after starting their work in diverse fields. Some statistical inference solution facts are: number one, it is a common way to assume that the observed sample is of independent observation from population type like Bayesian or normal. The second one, statistical inference solution, is used to evaluate the parameters of the expected model like normal, mean, or binomial proportion. Based on explanation above, I can conclude that statistical inference consists in the use of statistics to draw conclusions about some unknown aspect of population based on random sample from the population. Some preliminary conclusion might be drawn by the use of ADA or by computation of summary statistics as well. But for most statistical inference use calculation based on probability theory sanctioned. This conclusion, statistical inference can be divided into areas. Number one, estimation, and second one is hypothesis testing. In estimation, the goal is to describe an aspect of a population. The goal of hypothesis testing is to decide which two complementary statements about a population is true. Well, I think that's all my explanation about inference statistical. Thank you for watching. Forgive me my weakness. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.